Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. The roadmap was updated, so let us check out what has changed. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members, in particular to my latest channel member, Squirrelbait. Thank you so much for the support, it is truly appreciated. So the changes are all related to the release viewer, with the following cards newly added to the 320 column. First up, we have Seraphim Station, which, as we know, is the replacement of the Port Olisar station, with a new station built using the modern systems and capable of providing gameplay for all of the current and future game systems. This says it is a fully operational station positioned in the skies above Orison and houses multiple shops, cargo services, refuel and repair, and more. So an inevitable upgrade to the very limiting Port Olisar, but do rest assured, they will provide a proper send-off for Port Olisar in some way in the future. The next new addition is the new Crusader platforms, which says they are adding 3 new points of interest in Crusader's atmosphere, providing new locations for missions and loot. Now, these are also going to act as additional locations for missions to take place, utilizing more of the Crusader's high atmospheric space, and also used to alleviate the other platforms somewhat when running events, so that the platforms can have the required cooldown phase and cleanup before running them again. I also suspect that we will see many of the platforms of varying types in the future, from manufacturing, industry, leisure, and more, as time goes on, as the space available around Crusader is huge, so there is massive potential there. Now, for the following cards, they have passed their final review and are now committed to the 320 build. Firstly, we have Arena Commander Experimental Game Modes, which, as we heard on Inside Star Citizen, are going to be limited time game modes, ranging from simple twists on current game modes to entirely new game modes, with this initiative not only allowing for rapid iteration of these modes to be put into the player's hands faster, but also allow all the teams to gather vital analytical data for specific activities, equipment, vehicles, and in-development features. Now, I feel that this experimental mode is a vital addition that will serve the game and its future immensely. Having the space where things can be thoroughly tested without the issues of the persistent universe will be detrimental to getting Star Citizen and Squadron 42 released. The game is so complex and deep already, and having an environment that can be isolated from everything else to focus test every last detail will help to balance, bug fix, tune, tweak, improve, and everything in between, just to get every aspect of the game perfect. Now, I expect to see a lot of variety here for all areas of the game, some of them making sense, some of them not making sense, but it is also an ideal way to test everything for Squadron 42 without any spoilers. Now, the next committed feature is the new Salvaging Cover-Up mission, where players will need to scrape the paint from the hull that would otherwise incriminate the Ninetales. Now, whether there are going to be any other variants to this mission, I don't know, but this will be an interesting addition, I'm sure, and very useful for when working to gain reputation with the Ninetales when the rep system is updated. Next up, we have a fan favourite, which is the MISC Hull C. This is now also committed, so they say about 95% certain that it will make its way into the persistent universe for Alpha 320. I think it is finally happening, and this monster will be in the persistent universe once and for all, but I don't want to jinx anything, so I will say no more. And then the final feature to get committed is the Wheeled Vehicle Handling Improvements, which updates and improves the current ground vehicle movement parameters and simulation, allowing for more robust tuning and identity between the various wheeled ground vehicles. Now, this has been a big one for me on my list anyway, ever since we first heard that it was in the works. I am so excited to see just how each wheeled vehicle will feel, and how this should bring a lot more fun and enjoyment to driving wheeled vehicles, not to mention how this can be extended to racing. I cannot wait to try out all of the different wheeled vehicles just to see how each one feels, find one that I like the most, and then start entering these races. I also do wonder if this was holding up the Ranger bikes at all. Maybe now that this update is coming in, potentially they could start rolling out. Pun intended. Anyway, that was the latest roadmap update. There is certainly a lot more in the works right now that I feel could make it into the 320 build. Plus, it also feels like they are aiming to release this 320 build closer to Quarter 2 than Quarter 3, even though it is slated as the Quarter 3 build. So I'm not sure if they are just spending a lot more time on this one, missing a patch off the quarter, or whether the release viewer has it wrong, but it'll be interesting to see if CIG do plan to work on this patch for the next 2 months, or release it more at the end of July or even midway through August. Now, if they do work on it for the next 2 months, I would expect to see quite a few new updates coming into 320's build, as there is a lot on the progress tracker that came to an end, mostly for Squadron 42 I'm sure, but if we do have 2 more months of development time, it'll be interesting to see what else can come along. Obviously, as it stands right now, this is still the Quarter 3 end of September patch, as stated on the release viewer, but it feels more imminent than that. I might be alone on this. Does anyone else feel this way? Do let me know in the comments. But with that said, if you appreciate my videos, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. We are making a push for 60,000 subscribers. Also, come and hang out over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. You are all more than welcome. There will not be a stream today, I'm afraid. Rachel, my partner's father, is in hospital, so we're going to go and visit him, but I should be live tomorrow between 2 and 5 PM BST. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.